it's easy, I think, as parents to ask the question, who sinned, me or her, that this child wasn't born? And the answer is neither. Granted, there's sinful things we could do to cause it, but by and large, that's not the case.
Yeah.
And the answer is neither. And in some way, this was so that the glory of God could be displayed in you.
Yeah, and it's you do go there. I remember our first pregnancy ended in a miscarriage, and I asked Luella to marry me when I was 17. We got married young, and we knew we were not ready to have children. Mm-hmm. We knew we needed to give God some time to grow us and unify us. And so 5 years in, we felt ready. Mm-hmm. We thought our view is we'd planned, we prepared. This was the right moment for us. And mm-hmm. we lose a child. And I can remember for me, it felt a bit like a cruel trick. Mm. And this is an awful way of thinking, but we did all the right things. Mm. Mm-hmm. We made responsible choices. Mm-hmm. You could say that this was a couple that was really ready. We had sought so much counsel about parenting, and thought so much about our union and communion as a couple, so that we would bring this child into a spiritually healthy environment, mm-hmm. and then, mm-hmm. yeah. and I can remember thinking, and I'm going to confess this. Well, if you didn't want us to have children, why put us through a miscarriage? Mm. Mm. We could have just not gotten pregnant. Mm-hmm. And all of those things, the reason I'm talking about that is those are questions of God's favor. Mm-hmm. You're not being good to us. It doesn't mm-hmm. seem good. And the problem with that temptation is when you conclude that someone in your life isn't good, you quit going to them for help. Mm-hmm. You only go to help for someone that you think is good. If you're in a desperate situation, you don't run to strangers. Mm-hmm. You run to trusted friends. Mm-hmm. And so as we begin to allow our hearts to believe that somehow, some way, God hasn't shown favor on us, he's not good toward us, mm-hmm. then you don't run to him for help. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why, it sounds self-serving, but I would encourage everyone to read this book, because it is on grief, but especially young couples looking at marriage. Read this book. No one writes what to expect when you're miscarrying. There aren't Christian books out there on preparing for miscarriage. Yeah. And so it's a wilderness that you have to navigate when you get there. And preparing for it will never take the pain away. Jesus was well prepared to go to the cross, and it was the cross. It was nothing less.
Absolutely.
But we shouldn't be surprised by or ashamed of our suffering. That's the glory of the Gospel of Luke, is that Christ's suffering is put on full display. Mm. And he knows it. He understands it.